Hello everybody and welcome. This is MFL Total Access. That's Terry Boblis. This is Will Power. We got a lot of energy on the show today.
Oh yeah.
I just feel it coming in. It's our second episode or is it our third?
Bruh.
That's
right. Going to be on the bruh segment.
That is going to be on the bruh segment. There's going to be a lot of bruh moments this week as well.
It's our third of the season.
I was just testing you. Thank you for telling me that. Yeah, we got a great show lined up. And everyone was back to the split fields this week. Arthur Thierrien, Lebert got some good games. Yeah, I'm excited for the show.
Yeah. Did you go to Arthur Thierrien at all?
I did not.
Okay.
Well, I went to meet Jeff and Steve for lunch.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But I didn't actually have to go.
Don't forget the Kids League is starting this weekend.
That's true.
So make sure you let us know if you have any kids that want to play.
Here, look. No swearing.
Yeah, no swearing. We're going to be even stricter than we really were at.
Boy, you sound like my kindergarten teacher.
Yeah. It's a good thing some kids weren't there this past Saturday, apparently. Eh?
Preach.
I was gone by then. I went to Thierrien, but do we start with that? Is that part of the bruh segment?
The bruh segment, yeah, of course.
Okay, so let's go.
We're jumping into the Thunder Buddies and...
So besides you not knowing what episode it was and you not even watching the edits I did last week's video, that'd be my bruh. What do you got?
You did good. No, great editing. My bruh is there's a few bruhs. I'll start with the bruh that was...
You look so small.
I look small? I know. I do look small, eh? And I'm like literally 7 inches taller than you. I don't get it. And I'm like 40 pounds heavier. This is crazy. Anyways, my first bruh segment, before we get into the big bruh, is Pocket Rockets against... Who did we play against?
I don't know, you tell me.
Raw Sauce. Was pretty funny. So, you know how the lines on the field are like really tight? Like elastics.
Yeah.
So, our boy Leo went to make a catch for Pocket Rockets, and he caught it, and 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and he, like, his foot hit the inside of the thing, and he went flying like a rag doll. And we were kind of laughing.
Okay?
Yeah, he was okay. Yeah, that's why I'm laughing.
And it was not a catch finally, right?
It didn't know it wasn't a catch.
Okay.
But so he had a heck of a game. But that was part of the bruh segment, and P.O. was laughing quite a bit because I believe it's his uncle.
Yeah.
I'm not even actually sure, but I know they're related somehow.
Yeah.
So that was bruh.
Okay.
Second bruh goes to Thunder Buddies / Sour Peeps / Rules. So as some of you guys know, Thunder Buddies ended up having to forfeit their game this week. So we lose by a score of 25-0.
So right there's a bruh for them not knowing the rules, especially having me on the team and letting you guys know what the rules were beforehand. And then
that is true.
Also other players who are involved in the league and know the rules really well.
But that's why you gotta be there, man. You just gotta be at our games. You gotta tell us from the sideline. You gotta be our Don Shula.
Telling you in the morning and telling Steve in the morning was not good enough?
No, I need to know like a minute before, or else I forget.
You still would have forgotten.
Preach. So that's the bruh segment. So there's a lot more behind that. So Thunder Buddies ended up winning the game. It was a 54-37. It was actually a good game, and Pat St. Martin's a baller, by the way, for Sour Peeps. And so whatever, after the game, everything's good. Mario's giving us some of his drinks. The drinks were great, by the way. And yeah. And
are they ever, eh?
They are really good. Like, even for me, like, I love my girly drinks.
But
and like,
those are the drinks you like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's literally the drinks I like. And I was drinking it. I was like, there's no way there's alcohol in this. So, good stuff. And anyways, that's when things were lovey-dovey. Then after that, fast forward a little bit, Mario, brought up the point that Steve ended up playing defense and he wasn't allowed to play defense because we got a sub in the game. And
like he waited to bring it up. He was keeping it in his back pocket.
Oh, that's a good point. I don't think so. I think it seemed like after the game he seemed surprised, and he knew he was right because he came up to John and like our face was like crap, like we have nothing to say because the rule's a rule.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, so the long story short is that Steve ended up, kind of losing his SHIT, and it was a bit of back and forth between Steve roughing on the sideline and Mario and the guys. I want to give a shout out to John because Steve was roughing that game from the sideline and was very close to the Sour Peeps bench after the game, and John made the good decision of kind of switching Steve over to the other side of the field so there'd be like less friction. That ended up only making things worse, to be honest. Steve got even more frustrated.
So you're giving props to John for doing something to make
John did the right thing, whether it resulted in the right circumstances or not. And Steve had a little bit of a hissy fit in the tantrum. Look, there's a lot to dissect in this. First point, was it in line? Like, did Sour Peeps have the ability to do what they did? 100%. Right? Like, was it within the rules?
Yeah, for
100%.
sure.
Did Thunder Buddies mess up? 100%.
Yeah.
Did we ultimately deserve the loss? I think we did because we ended up making the mistake. Is it something that I would have done, or I feel the majority of the league would have done? I don't think so.
You mean asking for the forfeit?
Asking for the forfeit, yes. I mean, there was the game was over. We put in Steve because Manu was subbing for us and getting ready for his next game.
Yeah.
So we put Steve in to rush to give Manu a little bit of a break. the game was decided at that point. And look, I get it from Mario's point of view. You want to get the W. At the end of the day, do I think it's going to, reflect and make it more difficult for us to make the playoffs? I don't think so. I don't think we'll have a tough time making the playoffs.
If the season ended today, Spritz Gang got that first round bye.
Yeah, that is true. So
they're currently first in our conference.
100%. So maybe time will tell. But there's a lot. It was the right thing to do. Is it wrong? Is it an unwritten rule? It's within their rules to do so. Is it something I would have done? Do I feel it's MFL? Does I feel it fits the vibe of MFL? No, I don't. It's maybe that's controversial, but I'm going to say it as it is. Yeah. And I believe that the majority of our team thinks the same way. Of course we do. It was on us. But if we were put in the same situation, we would not have done the same thing. That's all I'm going to say. But it was in the rules. A loss is a loss, and so we move on from there.
Yeah, but I just want to emphasize that you said it's in their right to do it.
100%.
And the way the rule is written, there's no exception or gray area about how much time is left,
right,
who was subbing,
right,
what the score was.
Yeah.
Because as a league, you can't administer that in a different way.
Agreed.
Than it being black on white.
100%.
And the way it's written, it doesn't matter. Like, even if the score was 100-0, mm-hmm, or if there was 1 second remaining in the game,
yeah,
it's still a violation of the rules.
I agree 1,000% with that.
The MFL does have very, very strict sub rules in place. But there's also like a nice part of the rule that allows a team to even get a sub when they're more than 6,
right,
with the exception of the quarterback not playing defense. So
for sure,
if you want to have a benefit from that exception, you have to like obey the rules throughout the entirety of the game. So.
For sure, and I think that ultimately I'm not glad we forfeited, but I'm glad the forfeit stuck, because it wouldn't have been right to say, like you said, we're up by 17 late in the game to make a difference. No, I think that
just creates a precedence.
100%. So given everything that happened, I think I'm glad the forfeit.
And it's not the first time a team forfeits because their QB wasn't allowed to play defense and plays defense.
Yeah.
It's happened for teams who were maybe not aware of the rule, and we still stuck with it, like not knowing the rule. We knew the rule, and it still happened. So
yeah.
It happened at least twice that I could remember last year, that a team had their quarterback play defense in a insignificant time late in the game, and the other team asked for the forfeit, and the forfeit was granted. So it's not the first time, and they're not the only team. Like, I know you said you wouldn't have probably done this, but they're not the only team who did it. So
right.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. That was.
So do we get more drinks because Spritz Gang got their first win in a couple of seasons now?
I think we get less. To be honest, we get less.
Well, they got their win
after the Steve and Mario.
More for us.
That is true. The drinks were great, by the way. But if you ask Steve, they weren't all that good. But he enjoyed it. So he wanted to admit it. So yeah, that's bra segment. Pretty big bra segment early on in the season. We kind of we debated about the names. There was bra. There was you kidding me, but I think we'll stick with bra for now.
Yeah, I forgot to fly by Alexi, see if he's okay with it, since the come on man was his idea.
That's true. That's only fair. I will add another bra segment. ESPN, bruh. Why y'all keep sleeping on the Heat? Why y'all keep sleeping on the Heat? That's all I'm gonna say. Keep sleeping, Heat Nation.
Okay, so Division 5?
Yes, sir.
Did you see any D5 games?
Buy me some time, please.
Bear Hood beat Kiss My Pass 26-16.
I score kept that game.
Okay. Simon Vaiket looks like played a very clean and efficient game. 20 for 30, 264, 4 TDs, 0 interceptions.
He's been steadily progressing as a quarterback in his reads, the way he throws the football, and just the way he distributes the ball. Quinton wasn't there, neither was one of the other better players, and he was still able to put up 26 points, get the win. And, we talk about Simon a lot, but he's really improved at the quarterback position.
Yeah. Didn't hear him as much complaining this week.
Well, when you win, that's the complaining usually diminishes.
Gotta give the spotlight to Arnaud Saint Jean. He went 7 for $122.
Yes.
1 touchdown, 1 point convert, and 3 sacks on defense.
He was everywhere. He was the double-headed monster for these guys.
Yeah.
Young guy too.
Yeah. Well, this team has a lot of young players, no?
Young bucks. For Kiss My Pass, the Josh had a great completion percentage, right? 17 of 24, if I did the stats correctly. 158 yards, 2 TDs and a pick. There was also a few drops in this one. For Kiss My Pass, I think, ultimately, we talked about Bearhead missing some players, but I think this is like a quote-unquote good loss for them. They kept it close. No, I know.
You see that 1,000 times.
100%. But if we're looking at the glass half full in this one, which we like to do sometimes, Kiss My Pass, a new team, kind of a bunch of guys who haven't played before, and girls. I think this is not a bad showing for Leon in the season.
Yeah, okay. Any other D5 games you saw? Score in order?
D5, no, that was the only one I ended up watching a little bit of.
Mathieu Demers, he could have been part of our bra segment.
Yes.
Throwing for 78 yards.
Yeah. You got any tips for him?
Yeah, I'll tell him off air not to give him a little chance. Since start 0-2.
That's true. As if you're some quarterback expert.
Weekend Warriors against Jungle Squad. I heard Jungle Squad were excited to have scored 12 points.
Yeah.
Great group of players who are all about what the MFL is about, as per Jaff.
Yes.
Who told us that?
Yes. Sources.
He really liked the way Rooney was handling himself as a captain, as a quarterback of this team. He had some pretty good stats.
Yeah.
He could also run wild. We know that.
Yes.
He's going to be a really, really dangerous dual threat quarterback in this division, right?
For real. Because the Weekend Warriors the week before, I believe it was Eli that threw.
Yes.
Is Eli on the squad?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think he played that week, though.
Okay.
Did he play for Master Chiefs?
He did, yeah. That's a good squad.
Okay.
That's a good squad for Weekend Warriors.
Yeah. Let's see any of the notes that Jeff sent to us.
Yeah, like you said, Jungle Squad. Very good vibes.
Yeah.
New to flag, like you talked about, right? They're new to flag football.
Oh, I didn't catch any of the Tropic Thunder Phoenix game.
No,
Tropic
I didn't
Thunder
either.
doubling up on Phoenix 40-20. The whole week, Kevin was telling me that Stu was running his mouth saying it's a D4 team, they're too good for Division 5, blah, blah, blah. They're not that good. Then, even after losing to them 40-20, he didn't change his narrative. He's still saying they're not that good. He scored 40 on it.
Well, stubbornness.
Eduardo Fuentes Contreras balled out at the quarterback position, 20 for 30, 222, 6 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Player of the week?
I am not sure. Let me verify.
On Kevin, stubbornness is something that some of us suffer from.
The player of the week, as we're recording right now, is not up yet, but I think he's definitely in contention for player of the week.
Good stuff.
But if Kevin's the one who's deciding, he's not player of the week.
Yeah.
Because this team is horrible. He put up 40 on them and they're horrible.
He didn't put up a 50 burger, right?
Oh, wow. Kevin didn't even throw a pick. That's impressive.
17 of 34.
That's okay. That's no
50%.
Turnover on downs. Scored. Punt.
That's a lot of points, though. We talk about D5. That's a lot of points for a Division 5 game. We have two teams putting up 40 plus, right? We had Weekend Warriors putting up 42, and Phoenix putting up 40. That's impressive.
Did you notice one of the subs that the Chili Hot Dogs had this weekend?
I did not.
So this is a game of two Division 5 teams.
Yep.
And if I told you Felix Boutin and Ben McMahon were playing in this game,
I would say that's Division 5 NFL.
Felix Boutin going for 10 receptions, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 point convert.
Wait a minute. And they won.
Yeah.
Okay.
Titans had Ben McMahon on the roster. Obviously, he cannot throw in that division.
Yes, let's hope not. That's impressive.
Yep.
2 picks, McMahon. And Austin McMahon with a pick. Titans, that's... what do you make of Titans? Because I feel like since last season, they're starting off 0-2, and... the schedule hasn't been easy, but this weekend is a very, very winnable game against Los Politos, and then they have back-to-back weeks with a bye. So this is a big weekend coming up for Titans. They got to win this one. Come on, boys. No more slacking.
What do you make of my Balzac Ertz this season so far? They're 0-3, but they've lost all 3 of their games by, I think, 1 score.
I mean, you said there was no moral victories, and there definitely are no moral victories, but they show they compete, right? They show they belong in MFL and in the division. It's just going to be finding a way to put up a few more points.
Yeah, they lost by 7, by 6, and by 5, right? So, in every game, 1 score would have made a difference.
Yeah.
Now they have a tough matchup coming up this week against Weekend Warriors.
Yeah, and then That's, look, they're putting up just under 16 points per game. This division, you want to put up between 20 and 25, and that should be able to win a game, so...
I think 3 touchdowns and a couple of converts or 4 touchdowns could seal the deal for you.
Yeah, for sure. But no, good season nonetheless. Well... in terms of how they're losing, games are close.
Looking at the standings now, we have 5 undefeated teams. Mm-hmm. Who are you more surprised about being 2-0 as of right now? Sour Peeps or Mimosa Crew?
Definitely Mimosa Crew.
Really?
Yeah, I like Mimosa Crew. I think they're good. Sour Peeps, the reason I'm not picking them is it's more of a pat on the back for Sour Peeps rather than kind of dissing Mimosa Crew. Because Sour Peeps, like I said, that first game I saw them play, they were organized. They knew exactly what they needed to do. Everybody seems to be on the same page, on every single play for them. For Mimosa Crew, they've had their fair share of struggles over the course of, MFL. And,
it's been up and down, though.
Exactly. It has been up and down.
They have had some ups.
They have had some ups, and their first game of the season was Legendaries, and I thought Legendaries were going to win that game. So I got to say, so far, Mimosa Crew, and keep it up. They've won 2 games and impressed, and they got.
It's annoying that when you look at the scores, you can't really
I know. Yeah. MFL, all good, we forgive. But big game against Tropic Thunder this week.
Yeah. You have a question for me, or I'm going to put you on the spot again?
No, I love questions. Los Politos winning against my ball Zach Ertz.
You should go see a doctor for that.
You definitely probably should. That's a good question. That's a good point. Can Los Politos be a Cinderella team this year?
Currently sitting at 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to go as far as Sam takes them, right?
Yeah.
They have to make the playoffs, which I can see them squeezing as an ace.
Me too.
Team.
Yeah.
Maybe winning a playoff game.
But like not like a...
Yeah, it'd be hard to think that like they'd be a championship contender.
Okay.
You want another question?
Yeah, sure. I love questions.
Titans, improbable.
Yes.
Both 0-2.
Yes.
Which one has a
Titans.
better chance of? What do you think I was going to say?
Titans.
Better chance of not making the playoffs?
Oh. Okay.
Oh, you said Titans.
Well, you switched your answer on me there. I knew you were going to ask that question, but...
I was going to ask better chance of making the playoffs.
Really?
Yeah, Titans?
Titans.
Okay. Need an explanation?
They have a better roster, but another loss this weekend, they'll be on the Come On Mine/Bra segment.
Titans or
Yes,
improbable?
Titans.
Okay. It's not a slash segment anymore. It's just bra now.
Just bra?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. You're forewarned, Titans. You better win this week.
The what? They're 4-1?
They're forewarned.
Oh, okay.
Like pre-warned. I know for a French guy, it's a little...
Division 4?
Did 4.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Boucher coming up big, beating the Arnos, who were maybe the favorites at D4 after week 1.
For real. And not just beating them, more than doubling them up. Did you watch that game?
No. Surprising that they only scored 19 points and they got 39 scored on when Jason didn't even throw a pick, right?
Yeah,
Usually
no
it's
picks in
like
this game.
a bad quarterback performance. Luca Drouin lighting it up. 19 for 30, 231, and 6 touchdowns, no interceptions.
I can't remember the last time we've had those many passing yards in Div 4.
Yeah, probably last week when Jason did it.
Touche.
Xavier Bonneau being his main guy, 6 for 84, 3 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
I did catch Connor making a sick catch.
Really?
I don't know if... No, you weren't with me. It looked at the ball was overthrown. He was in the back of the end zone. He hopped up, came down like... It was like a sick grab. But I didn't know like it was maybe probably garbage time at that point.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But I did notice that people didn't get as hyped as I would have thought they should have gone.
Okay, it was probably like late in the game.
Yeah.
Damn, got some young talent on the squad.
What else we got in D4?
Yeah, that's an impressive win from Boucher. I believe all of us picked Arnold's to win this game.
Yeah. Especially since this is funny. I think none of us picked Arnold's the first week,
That's
and
true.
they won, and now we all picked them.
We know what we do.
It's that short-term memory bias, eh?
We got the curse on them.
Yeah. Now no one's gonna pick them next week.
Nope.
They're actually gonna buy next week.
Okay, well then definitely no one
Those
will
kids
pick
gotta
them.
play in that kids league, right?
Oh yeah, that's only fair.
Ross is coming up big after that big scoring 0 points in the first week.
See what I'm doing?
Yeah, pat on the back because you picked them.
That's correct.
Can't say they had a dominant offensive performance, but on defense, I believe they had 2 pick sixes.
Defense wins championships. That's what some say.
Rob even says that, right?
There you go. Fine wine, baby. Fine wine.
Unfortunately, Rob struggled in this game. I spoke to him a little bit afterwards. It's hard, playing with all new players that you don't really know, haven't really thrown to before. Ross has obviously have been playing together for like countless seasons now, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Even though Gab Boucher is their quarterback now, he's played with all these guys. So like the chemistry is somewhat more there than when you're starting fresh with like a new team.
Totally.
Especially this team had like a couple of players and joined the team like late after the team was already created, right? So who knows how many practices Mike Jazz got to fit in with them.
Right, we're probably at least 8 or 9, but still.
I would have said 17, 18. What else did I see in Div 4?
I was a little surprised.
Idaho's still dominating, eh?
Yeah, I mean that's a tough defense to throw against.
Yeah.
Right. Like I was talking to Ben after, and he was like they didn't play well, but Eric Sheshet was talking on the sideline with me, and he's like talking to Ben too, and saying like keep your head up. That's like this is not a Div 4 defense.
To think they would have had him on the team too.
Damn. But yeah. Damn, mama.
You were gonna say you were a little surprised about something.
I was a little surprised that Cyclones went 0-2.
Wait, pop quiz.
Yeah.
Who's their quarterback?
They have a quarterback?
Who's Cyclone's quarterback?
Barbara.
No.
Kayla.
Okay, I have one more chance.
Alex Lipitsky.
Okay, you being serious?
Marco.
Okay.
Come on now. Come on now. I'm past that. But he's also the receiver, the rusher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going 0 for 2 this weekend, scoring a combined 25 points. That wouldn't have been enough points to win either of their games.
That's well said. And Barbara told me off because I didn't pick them in both their games.
Oh, now you know why, Barbara. Now you know why.
Bounce back week, don't worry.
Let's see now. Especially like if you look at Sooners 45 when they played against Cyclones, they threw a combined 3 picks, only 2 passing touchdowns. Diego did most of his damage on the ground, 7 for 60 and 2 touchdowns.
In college, we call it the wishbone offense.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's look at the standings for this div.
You asked me a question.
Okay, good one. I know you're the one that loves asking the questions, but I'll do that this time. Okay, so... okay, how about this one? Are we officially announcing on here that villains are moving down in division?
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
Okay, how will villains fare in Division 4 after moving down from Division 3?
So, it'll be slightly easier for them, but not all that much easier, especially given that this upcoming weekend, they're playing in Sooners 45 and Super Friends, who are both undefeated, and I'd say maybe 2 of the top 3, easily 2 of the top 5 teams in the division.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. These 2 teams should for sure be in the semifinal. Oh, not for sure, but early season favorites, right? To win it all.
They're good teams.
So I tell villains to keep their heads up even after this weekend.
Yeah.
And things are only going to get better.
Mm-hmm.
So I still see it being rough for them, but they need to settle on a quarterback.
Yeah.
And no matter how great or how poorly that quarterback plays, they'll only get better if they stick to the same one, right? Changing quarterbacks every 2 drives is not going to help them get better.
Peaks and valleys.
It's only been there's only been valleys. Right
Valleys,
now.
yeah.
There's been no peaks.
But there'll be peaks. Where there are valleys, there's peaks.
The only peak is when the game's over and the beating stops.
Oh, damn. Yeah, no, but for now, yes, but we'll see. It's going to be tough this week. Tough for this week for them.
Yeah.
But I expect them to so do they keep their record?
Yeah, they'll keep the record.
Okay.
Oh, man, they're playing Super Friends again after.
So...
And then Idaho.
Lord have mercy. So the site is not updated in terms of the record.
No.
You want me to ask you another question?
Sure, go ahead.
Fine. Who are the favorites in Div 4?
Oh, man, that's tough. I can only name one team?
That's correct.
Okay. Before this past week, I probably would have said Super Friends. But, okay.
I got mine.
You usually do this.
Yeah.
I'd ask you this question, you give me your favorites, but then you'd say, I don't think they're going to win the championship.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're doing it again?
What?
You're doing that?
I think I'm going to do that.
Okay, that's okay.
Because I think Idaho are the favorites, and I think they have the strongest roster. But so far, David Buxton has not proved come clutch time towards the end of the season, he can make it happen. Last winter, I think Idaho were almost secured a playoff spot. And they went on a string of 2-3 losses in a row.
Yeah. And
they just missed out on the playoffs. And I think Phoenix leapfrogged them. Kevin's Phoenix.
Yeah. It's,
So, I love these guys, but when that happens in the winter and Kevin makes the playoffs and you don't, I kind of lose a little bit of confidence in you guys.
Yeah, well, of course.
So I'd love for you guys to prove me wrong, and I do think that they had one of the strongest rosters.
Yeah.
I also say every team that's currently undefeated, like Super Friends, Bins, and Sooners, can all make some noise. Any of those 4 teams could easily win the championship in D4.
So all that to say, Idaho are the favorites.
But I'd say Idaho are the favorites. Yeah.
Okay.
How about you?
Agreed. Div 3.
Do you think they could win the championship though?
Yes, I think they could win the championship.
Okay. Who would be your pick to win the championship? If you had to say right now.
Idaho.
Okay. So you're not doing the thing you usually do.
Nope. Gotta mix it up.
Div 3. You want to talk about your game?
Div 3.
Was it saucy?
Sure, it was saucy and it was rockety.
Leo threw a pass?
Leo did throw a pass. Double quarterback. Not to me. Not to himself. It may have been to... Yeah, but I think it was Baby Maynard.
How come you don't drop back?
I can't throw on Div 3.
Okay, I wanted to make sure if you knew that. It took you long to answer.
It did. I thought you were tricking me there. Well, you kind of were.
I saw Owen make a sick pick in this game.
Yeah,
sure
he did.
In this game. Yeah.
He plays the short flats very well.
Yeah. I mean, he's super smart, so reading a quarterback must not be that difficult for him, right?
That is true. And some would say he's a quarterback himself.
Yeah.
So this game, look, it was a little bit more closer early on. Pio's just been lighting it up. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but he had 7 touchdowns this game, no picks. He's just been methodical, moving the ball down the field, taking shots when it's there.
No one in the game scare this time?
No one what?
End of game scare? You didn't get scared?
No. He was clutch, calm, cool as a cucumber. Our defense played well. Leo called a great defense.
They were up midway through the first half.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah. It was early on. It was fairly close
until it wasn't anymore.
But Gab Boucher was big for them, not statistically in this game, but his presence was felt. And
Dante, who 6 for 94?
He didn't rush in this game.
Who rushed?
It was Ludwig.
Really? Oh, were they only 6?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe they figured that Antoine has a more impact playing. I did notice. Speaking of rushers and Ludovic put some nice moves on.
Baby Maynard. Yeah, he did.
I saw him running, and we praised him for his rushing skills. He got 2 sacks here too.
He did.
We praised him the week before, but got to kind of break down a little bit. You know,
Yeah. No.
Ludo's a big big boy, but he still got those moves.
Oh yeah, trust the deceiving hips.
Like, it wasn't just turning; he was literally doing a 360.
Yeah.
Literally turning his back to the play, beating the rusher, and then throwing a bomb.
Some would say he does salsa.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Oh yeah, trust. I could see him.
Dewey Molas, another tight. Oh no, the first week was not tight at all, but this was a tight loss to Ross.
Rossland's bounces back, wins 19-18.
Felix scoring past to Amélie with 35 seconds remaining. I don't know if they went for one or two, but they could have tied it or won it late and kind of ended the game there.
Rossland's defense clutched up. I watched a bit of Red Cats and Bin.
Okay.
It's crazy the way this Red Cats, like, it's similar to, like, I describe Avery a little bit like DeMario in this sense that, like, they both call plays, but they're good enough to kind of, like, create nothing out of something.
Yeah, just say,
something out of nothing. Yeah. Something out of nothing. And, like, it's because backyard football for them.
Yeah.
And, like, I saw the game and I was like, okay, like, Red Cats offense, like, looks like they're, you know, not struggling there, but, like, they're not putting up a ton of points. And they scored 36.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not your orthodox offense, but it just works. It works for these guys. And
sure.
I think that, like, everyone's bought into this team on the Red Cats, and I like that they've, you know, played with each other before.
Yeah.
Because Ben are a great team.
Chemistry's
good. Ben are a good team. I saw them make some nice plays as well. David Michaud, a very, very good runner and passer as well. He rushed for 40 yards. This is a matchup I'd like to see again late in the season if they play against each other. But these are I'd say the cream of the crop if you talk about Division 3.
I could see this being a semifinals matchup
Me
and
too.
the winner going to the finals.
Me too.
I'd like to say Thomas Côté-Parent balled out in this game.
Yes.
7 for 94, 3 touchdowns. He couldn't be stopped. Like, that deep ball to him could not be stopped. And he had great chemistry and timing with David throwing him the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to mention that.
Red Cats 2-0.
James Union tackling everything on defense, getting 7 and even a pick.
Damn.
Let's see the standings now.
No forfeits in Div 3 so far, eh?
I mean, I don't know why.
Well, there was some in Div 2, just wanted to make sure. Average Joe's had the bye. Mm-hmm.
Excelsior Rolls D3 finally make their debut.
Yeah, that's true.
Playing the Average Joes.
That'll be a good one.
Yep.
And then there's also are Average Joe's playing Tigers? I thought I saw that. Yeah, that'll be a good one at 3:30. Right, Terry?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm wondering who's going to throw for Iron Wolves if John won't throw.
That's true. Breaking news. John Evans will not throw in D3. That is true.
Well, I know he's not throwing D1, but maybe he's going to throw in D3.
Could Chris throw in D3?
I don't think so. And either.
Wow. Mauricio, time to make your QB debut. That'd be pretty cool.
D2?
Yeah, let's go.
Flying by these divisions, eh?
Yeah, for reals.
Oh, okay. This division has some exciting games.
Let me tell you that
Tell me.
I had our Division 2 game against Spritzgang, and the game was over, and I was watching a little bit of Idaho and Master Chiefs, and Josh was nice enough to offer me a lift home because we live like very close to each other.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? I want to stay for the end of this game, and I don't know how I'm going to get home. Shout out to Owie, drove me home after the game. But yeah, there was no way I was missing this game, and it was a dandy, as they say. 54-53, Idaho come out on top.
Seriously. Speaking about Owie, in 2 games, he has 13 passing touchdowns and 600 yards.
And 2 losses.
And 2 losses by...
Combined 2 points.
Yeah.
I was speaking to him after. It's tough. Yeah, it is. I mean, he threw for 348 yards. That's ridiculous.
That's nuts. Like, it should be enough to win you 2 games.
Yeah,
like, you don't have many yards in 2 games.
Yes.
You should have 2 dubs.
Agreed.
Massachusetts are currently averaging 42 points a game, and they're sitting at 0-2. They did play 2 of the better offenses of the division.
They did.
But it's not going to get easier for them playing Nice Cities next week, right?
Yes, that'll be a great one.
Who won against Idaho by 1 point. But before we get into that one, the Idaho Master Chiefs game. You watched it.
Yeah,
I just saw the stats. How much is Marvin Ball out? Like, let me just say his stats.
Yeah.
9 for 154, 4 touchdowns, a 1-point convert, the game-winning 2-point convert.
Yes.
7 tackles and a pick 6 on defense.
He was everywhere all at once.
And that was his second, but the
first
day playing with Brady.
First game, I think there was some miscommunication between the two.
Okay.
I think,
because Marvin didn't know who he was playing with at that time yet, right?
Exactly.
They took a game for it to sit in.
100%. And then he saw he was playing with Idaho again, and he said, okay, like, now I'll settle down. he was clutch. I mean, I could go through every single one of his plays, the 9 catches, 154 yards, 4 touchdowns. But it was the last play of the game, the 2-point conversion that sealed it. He did like a nice post across the middle, caught it, strong hands, made a guy miss, and then walked in the end zone. And he had a smile on his face from side to side.
Did he go bye-bye?
He did not go bye-bye.
Okay, but at that point, why weren't all 5 defenders on Master Chiefs on Marvin on that convert?
That's a great question.
Like, given the game he had.
That is true.
Maybe you leave one on Jerome because Jerome also went for $103 in that game.
Well, Jerome was actually off because he was injured.
Oh, he got injured during that game?
Yes, that's when he busted his ankle and that shit turned into the size of a grapefruit. Sorry. That thing turned into the size of a grapefruit. Poor guy. Praying for him. Hope he gets better. But yeah, for real, wishing Jerome a speedy recovery. Wishing Jerome a speedy recovery.
Ashton continued to ball out with 10 for 82 and 3 touchdowns. Does he have like 6 touchdowns in 2 games so far?
Someone say
Sorry,
7.
he has 7, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. McSweeney, 8 catches. It was... Man,
there was literally
game.
no defense in this game.
But there was no defense in this game, but there were 4 picks. And the defense... Like, I think MFL games are just like 3 hours long. That's what... Like, this mathematically doesn't make sense. Like, you love math, right? Like, there's nothing more in this world you love more than math besides mags. So... How would you describe this many respect? How many and myself, of course.
Yeah.
This many points
Close
with
second.
interceptions, thank you. And like no for real, like, how does this make sense?
It reminds me of the Outlaws Trollers finals of fall 2021, I believe.
Yeah.
When it was both teams scored over 50 points. But I think there were far less picks in that game.
There was 0 pick. Or there was 1 pick.
Yeah, well, Jaff's pick. I forget. Like the number of times you've
that's
seen
the one
that pick, how'd you forget that one? Come on.
What's the second one? Gustowski's.
Yeah, and I think Spuda got one too, no?
Potentially. Gustowski has a little Jean-Mike at son now, eh? My boy,
I
respect.
think his name's Joshua.
Joshua?
Yeah.
Pretty close. But yeah, everyone congrats to Dave Kutkowski.
Yeah, congratulations, Dave.
He's a father.
Yep.
Has a little baby. Maybe a MFLer in a matter of years.
We could play in the youth league in 5 years. We'll make
go.
an exception for when he's 5 years old.
Nice. That'd be cool. Yeah, congrats.
But
yeah, I'd like to say that this math doesn't add up.
Yeah.
Like, that's how crazy this game was.
Yeah. Let's go back to Idol's first game, which was also high scoring at that time. Before we saw the rest of the games division, at that time, 33-32 is a high scoring game.
In comparison to the second game, you'd say defenses like came to play in this one.
Yeah. Really back and forth.
I'm excited to play with Christian Pedroza. I've yet to
he balled out
kind of see him. But yeah, he's playing with us in Iron Wolves.
Yeah, 9 for 82 touchdowns. He was the Mario's safety blanket, intermediate. He was open all day.
I've only heard good things about him.
Also, Chris, it might not show on the stat sheet, 3 for 42. He got a huge pick in that game too. Kind of got dragged down on the pick. Maybe should have been a flag. I was not reffing the game. I was watching.
Yeah.
I can understand why he was frustrated though. Owie, great job. Owie refs those hot-headed games because he does a great job calming things down.
Yeah, and because I couldn't ref at the time because I was playing.
Yeah, exactly. I was playing the division, so I kind of... Yeah,
For sure.
I was playing the division too, but close my eyes on that one.
Yeah.
At first, I have an MRI tomorrow. I don't know how I'm not going to run. I'm just here to cheer the boys up.
Yeah.
I might just play maybe and just turn around and run 1-yard hooks.
Yeah.
The guy's running post corners and juking guys and
wheel stop pose.
Yeah.
The other pick you talked about.
I don't know if it's the adrenaline.
It must be. It must be once you get that field, bro. The better juice hits you. But the pick he got that you talked about, he had another pick. He had 2 picks in the game where he was a really nice play. He baited Brady. He dropped back and he shot forward.
There was a lot of back and forth talking in this game.
Oh yeah, but I think it was friendly fire.
Yeah, after the game though, because Brady also got a pick at one point in the game. He picked up the Mario.
Right.
And it was great back and forth. I do think it was friendly fire. I don't think it didn't get ugly. It didn't get out of hand. It was okay.
This is good.
Also, Andrew was playing, so
Oh yeah.
There's talking.
Andrew could be playing with the Pope and would still be trash talking. That was a great game though. Pocket Rockets, Jagerbomb.
Yeah.
This was a game I score kept, and let me tell you, Pocket Rockets did everything in their power to lose this game. They were up a lot to a little at halftime, and they were up a lot
32-6.
So it was like I was watching a movie, and I was like, okay, this is unrealistic.
And they got the ball to start, but then they got safety.
You know when you watch a movie
Sorry.
It's okay.
So Jagerbomb were down 26 points.
Yeah.
They got the ball start the half.
Yeah.
And Simone gets safetied.
Yeah.
Just to add... So what happened in the movie?
In movies when you're watching and it's so obvious the team the guy tries to make a save and he dives on the wrong side that's what Pocket Rockets did. But it was too obvious the way they tried to make this game slip out of their hands. But credit them, they ended up clutching up. It was just look at this game. Pio throws 5 picks, they put up 40 points. Simon DeChesney throws 4 picks, they put up 32 points. And they did get a pick six, Jagerbomb did. This game was highlight reel after highlight reel. Alexi Farhan was making tiptoe sideline catches like there was no tomorrow. He was the number one guy. Phil, I know he's tall, and like a lot of us are saying, the fact that he's tall helps him, which of course it does. But even if this guy was 4'3", he'd still be good. You know what I mean? Like, it's not because he's tall that he's good. He's a very good player, has very good hands. And Pio was just like throwing it up. Like those deep ins were to fill onto nobody else.
So you said you score kept this game?
Yeah.
I'm glad I have a few questions.
Yeah, sure.
So at 17-minute mark, between the 17 and 4-minute mark, there was nothing that happened? Like there was a dead 13 minutes throughout that half that no one scored?
If that's what I wrote, yeah.
And then I'm looking to play-by-play here. And so Pocket Rockets on like an 8-minute drive got intercepted.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jagerbomb on third down, small through an incomplete pass, and then it went Pocket Rockets ball?
Yeah.
How after third down it became Pocket Rockets ball?
What? Yeah, third down, incomplete pass.
But it's not, doesn't go.
I think that's when the app was bugging or something.
But did they actually, was it maybe fourth down?
First down was 11 yards, then the 5 yards. No, it wasn't my fault. The app was bugging.
Was there another incomplete pass or something?
No, I think the app was bugging.
Also, got to give a shout out to I'm going to scoring summary. So, Kevin Marcel Cardinal gets a safety, and then he gets a pick six.
Yeah.
They were alternating rushers?
Yeah, they were. Because he didn't get it from the rusher position.
That's pretty sick.
It is.
Getting 3 total interceptions this game.
Yeah, this was, like, I guess you say the tale of two halves. And it would have been cool to see Jagerbomb come back and win this game. But Jagerbomb did get the win later on in the day. And I'm glad to see Pocket Rockets and Pio specifically do. I mean, statistically, he didn't do well in this game, but
shit,
he still got the
You were in line when you said Alex Ferrand balled out. 11 for 134 and 4 touchdowns.
I don't lie.
Wow.
And, like, every single one of his catches were, like, highlight reel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pio came up to me and he's like, "Are you going to pick us?" Because I think I picked against them both weeks.
Oh, okay.
And they won both games.
Well, there you go.
Week 1 beating Marvels. Yeah. And then week 2 defeating Jagerbomb. I'm like, oh yeah, I think I'm going to pick you next week. Then I look at the schedule and they're playing nice cities. So I'm like...
Hey, the trend has been we pick against them and they win, so we may as well keep it up for them.
We already spoke about the Thunder Buddy Spritz Gang game in the bra segment.
Yep, we did.
So take a look at that. I don't know if you want to talk about... You spoke more about the admin side. Do you want to talk about like actual football plays in here?
Like I said, Patsy Martin is really good. Like, I knew he was good, but he made, great plays on both sides of the ball.
Who was snapping for them? Was it Laurent or Mario?
No, Mario. It was so weird to see Laurent playing wide.
Really?
Yeah, he was playing wide, and I was like, what the heck are you doing? He also shaped, looks like a baby. He's like a 7-foot baby. It's pretty cool to see. He looks good. It suits you. But, like, early in this game, actually, we struggled to move the ball. Steve threw a pick. Spritz Gang had the usual energy that they do, and it wasn't like... the final score ended up being, like, 54-37, I believe, like minus the forfeit. So that didn't look all that close, but it was more in the second half that like we took over. First half was kind of anybody's game. JS had a good game where he was able to kind of thread the needle and to hit Laurent a couple times. And then for us, Steve was able to hit me, to hit Josh. Josh had a really good game. Rob clutched up. And defensively, again, Josh balled out with 2 picks, and Rob got another pick in the red zone. Nice. So, like, it was just key plays that they were able to make to get the loss in the forfeit.
Yeah. Did you catch me in the Marvels Jagerbomb game?
No, but Iggy told me that he hasn't been playing great, and he needs to step it up. But time will tell if these guys are able to bounce back. Because, they have a solid roster, and I think it's going to be up to guys like Alex Leplitsky and Rudik to be really a solid number one for Iggy.
Yeah.
Because Div 2 is competitive, right?
Div 2 is like as good as Div 1 was like a few seasons ago.
Yeah.
Like.
So, we got the standings now. We can take them quickly. Like we said, Spritz Gang's on pace for a bye. Pocket Rockets 2-0. Jagerbomb 2-1. Nice C's 1-0. Oof. Like this becomes, it's almost, I don't say a must win in week 3, but if Marvels fall down to 0-3, it's going to be tough.
They're playing Thunder Buddies.
True. So, yeah, no, it's kind of a must win for Marvels there.
Master Chiefs are on a bye.
Okay.
I'm sure they want to get their first dub, eh?
Yeah, it's coming. It's a coming.
D1?
D1.
Only one game in D1, but was it a good one? Oh my.
The floor is yours.
Yeah, so I have to say that the Centurions played literally a perfect chess match in this game.
That's the first thing you told me.
Like crazy. It was a really fun game.
Yeah.
Back and forth. So Outlaws take the 8-0 lead after the first drive, scoring a touchdown.
Yeah.
Getting the 2 points. Right after that, Centurions did what they do best. Driving the field methodically, right? Louis Archambault, the snapper, finished with 16 catches for 102 yards.
What did I say last week? There's always a guy on the team that has double-digit catches.
Yeah. Well, he had like triple the catches anyone else had on the team. Over 100 yards on 16 catches, average 6 yards. But can I tell you, it was like Jason Witten, like moving the chains on those key second, third, fourth downs and short. He got a touchdown, a 1-point convert, a 2-point convert. Everything in this game that Centurions did was just couldn't have been better, smart and better executed better. Yeah, exactly. So they went for 2 also after for their first drive. They got it.
Yeah.
Then when Outlaws didn't get their convert on their second drive, on their second touchdown, it was a 40-yard beautiful bomb. Beautiful throw by Steve. Beautiful catch by Marvin. Literally, bye-bye.
Yeah.
That's when Gab started going for 1 at this point, right? So at the end of the half, on the last play of the first half, score being all tied 14-14, scores a touchdown, gets the 1-point convert, take a 7-point lead, start with the ball in the second half, they double dip. Go up, get the 1-point convert again, up 14 now. But what do Outlaws do? Outlaws march back.
Yeah.
Outlaws score 2 touchdowns, get a 2-point convert. Beautiful pass. I believe it was from Brady to Jaff. Jaff, I don't know what movie did. I just saw him wide open at one point in the middle.
Yeah.
All tied at 28 now.
Exciting.
So that 2-score lead for Centurions literally vanished within thin air.
It's when you play the Outlaws and you're up, no lead is safe.
Yeah, and neither quarterback threw an interception here. Both finished with 5 touchdowns, both well over 200 yards.
Yeah.
Centurions stopped Outlaws once.
How? A punt or
No, it was. Oh yeah, thanks for asking.
Yeah, I got you.
It was Outlaws were in the red zone.
Yeah.
And on first or second down, Steve takes a sack by Francis Hiod-Locas.
Yeah.
His only sack of the game, but was it ever
timely?
Big. That was the only time the Outlaws got stopped. So it's, sometimes you get a sack and a rusher has like 3 sacks.
Yeah.
And he's like, look at my stats, but then the quarterback just got more yards because
right.
he got sacked for 5 yards, but he threw a bomb, and he still ends up scoring on the drive. So your sack didn't have that much of an impact, right?
It didn't necessarily help the team.
But if a sack's before a play where the quarterback throws an interception or gets turned over on downs, that's when it's huge.
Yeah.
And his sack came up huge right there because that's when they got their stop in their own zone. Centurions punted once, so Outlaws also got that stop. So this game was essentially won on converts, right? And we know how important converts are. And if I would have told you the team with the most points off of converts win the game, you don't care who Outlaws are playing. You're saying it's Outlaws, right?
Yeah.
So it was really impressive how Centurions knew it when they stopped Outlaws converts and Outlaws kept going for 2.
Yeah.
They were saying, okay, we got this. Like we just need to keep going for our ones, and we got it.
Them.
And even late in the game when Outlaws tied it up to make it 28-28.
Yeah.
On a beautiful pass to Ariel.
Yeah. Down the middle, I saw that one.
12 minutes left. You're tied at 28-28. They still went for 2. And I don't know if I agree with that decision at that point because Centurions were getting their ones.
Outlaws tied it and went for 2.
Yeah. Because you know why you go for 2 early in the game, right? You get 3 2-point converts, it equates to a touchdown, right?
Yeah.
At that point, you're tied at 28-20. It's a new game. Like if it was last play of the game, you go for 1, right? So you know it's going to be more back and forth. You know these converts are huge. I guess Outlaws' chance of getting a 2-pointer are just as
about
high.
The same. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah.
Because
but at the same time, they didn't...
Let's say they get that, and then Centurions go and score and don't get the convert.
Outlaws just need a touchdown. Yeah. But the same could be said with they get the 1, right?
True.
So I just think that late in the game, you ask yourself, and it doesn't become as much of an automatic as it would be.
Right, you have to question
early in the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put maybe a little bit more thought to it because then they did not get it. Centurions score with 8 minutes left, get the convert, and then Steve threw a nice corner route to Jaff. Beautiful catch.
Okay.
Literally, he couldn't have ran it better in the sense that like he was going out of bounds towards the sidelines,
right? And
he got just in. Like not just in, like it wasn't contested in the sense that like he was 1 yard in the end zone.
Okay.
But like had he ran that corner a little shorter, he would have got tackled or went out of bounds prior to the goal line.
Okay, got you.
Had he run it too far, maybe he wouldn't have created that separation. It couldn't have been run better.
Div 1 players running the right routes.
And then, then they go for... Then they don't get the convert there. Down 1 point, 5 minutes left. And that's when Gab Archambault put his Grandmaster chess hat on and orchestrated this crazy drive, getting key third or fourth down conversions. And they made it to the Outlaws red zone. And a first down could have been gained. Yvonne giving himself up at the 1 yard line, getting that
purpose.
first down. And then Gab just wasting any time that was left.
Yeah.
Outlaws getting a costly penalty to end the game at the end of it.
Right.
Damn. And that's how the game ended.
That's just smart.
Outlaws not getting the ball back because that's what you want to do, right? The main thing you could do to beat them at that time in the game is to not give them the ball back.
Yeah.
So great game by literally everyone on the Centurion side of the ball, and Outlaws defense just couldn't stop them, right? Like,
it's good to see them splitting after losing week 1.
Yeah.
And this course, I believe it's wrong. Obviously, it's 50-28 Outlaws in week 1. But
that's so like that.
Yeah.
Can you take a screenshot?
Yeah, I got you.
And send in the media chat so John can fix that.
I got you, John. It's good to see them splitting.
Yeah.
Right, it's good to see them splitting. Svetna was not there for Outlaws in this one.
No,
obviously he makes a difference,
especially the way he played the week before, right?
For sure. Do the Outlaws need Svetna to win the championship? Like, of course he helps them. He betters the team. He's one of, if not the best player in the league.
Yeah, like that's couldn't be more accurate.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yes. So
you're asking me if one of the best players in the league helps a team?
No. I said need. Do they need him?
Oh, like you're asking could they win without Svetna?
Yeah.
Why would we need to answer that question?
Well, they won by.
I don't think he's planning to go to Florida during the playoffs.
No. I'm just saying. Like, let's say God forbid he gets injured or something. Like,
yeah, but I'm not gonna wood.
Yeah, trust. Because they won their first game by 22.
Yeah.
Svetna's not in there, but Marvin's there, and then they end up losing this game by 1.
So you're saying?
I know you're gonna say that. That's not what I'm saying. My point is that
way better than Marvin.
My point is that even
Svetna brings positive and Marvin brings negative to this team.
All right, folks, that's it for the. My point is that even though they had a baller in Marv, like that, lost to Svetna.
You pointed that out, eh?
I did. I have my analyst hat on. I'm allowed. Marvin's a tough boy. We praise him in Div 2. But yeah, like, how much of a loss? It's obviously a huge loss to not have Svetna.
Yeah, I still think Outlaws could win a championship without Svetna on this roster with everyone else they have, right?
Okay, are the Outlaws the favorites with the full roster to win the championship?
Look, before the season started, we said, I said Gold Cup were the favorites,
None of that nonsense.
No.
Right now, with a full roster, are the Outlaws favorites to win D1?
With a full roster? It's between Outlaws and Gold Cup to me.
I'll repeat my question.
You answered first.
Yes.
Outlaws over Gold Cup? I think it's too early in the season to take the crown away from Gold Cup. They're the current champions. I'm still going to go Gold Cup for now. Okay.
Because I was going to follow up. I was hoping you were going to say Outlaws. Because I was going to say, if you take off Svetna, are they still the favorites?
Okay, so since you answered Outlaws, if you take out Svetna, are they still the favorites?
No.
Okay, so you think Outlaws are your favorites, you remove Svetna, they are no longer the favorites.
Correct.
Will they still make the championship game?
Yes.
And you don't trust Steve with Marvin, Smuda, Ariel, Jaff?
No, I trust, but I think that Svetna is such a core part of this team on both sides of the football.
Yeah, no discussion there, but we've seen Steve
can win with Nana G.
Yeah, exactly.
But what I'm saying is Div 1
But you don't think he would this year with Nana G just replacing Svetna?
No, exactly.
Okay.
Nana G, she's got good elbows and she can box out, but she's no Svetna. Okay. Let me tell you.
Fair.
Thanks.
So, Arnold's playing their first game in D1 also next week against Les Gros Coq. I mean, if you guys beat them, then I'll change my tune and say Outlaws are the favorites now.
You won't say us.
Sorry?
You won't say us.
What do you mean I won't say you guys?
If we beat Gros Coq.
No. You guys might make the playoffs then. It says Centurions are 2-0. It's all so broken in the standings. I guess whoever won the second game wins both games, John said.
That kind of makes... What did Chris always say? You're only as good as your last game.
Before I forget, send that to John right now.
That's what I was doing. See, I'm very bad at multitasking.
You have ADHD? So I can't talk to you at the same time, right?
You say something? Yeah, you can. Yeah, go.
So, pretend you're not playing on Arnold's, okay? I want to ask you, which game do you think is more important this week? Is it Arnold's playing their first game against Gold Cook, who are 1-0, or Trollers, who are looking for their first victory, playing against the 1-1 Centurions? This would have been a must-win for both teams had Centurions lost.
Trollers are 0-1.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say Trollers.
Had Centurions being 1-1 now, gives them a little bit of breathing room, right?
Yes.
Beating the Outlaws, they could probably drop a game they couldn't afford to drop before, right?
And for us, it's our first game of the season. Week 1, you're allowed some rust. Where like week 1, it's kind of like preseason.
Yeah, okay, so you're expecting to lose what you're saying.
No one said that. I don't know nothing.
Who's rushing for you guys?
You tell me.
Is Stanley going to be there?
I think so.
Okay. That should be a good matchup against Zahn.
We don't even know who's quarterbacking. Like, you ask me who's rushing. You ask me who's going to play slot left in the second possession. I don't know.
Are you sure the slot left guy? Or that's Chris, and you're right?
I think Chris is wide left, wide right, snapper, quarterback, and all this stuff.
But feel like you both play slot, you and Chris, right?
Usually, yeah, but we kind of rotate.
Okay. Is that it for the show?
No, but of course, there's so much more to do. There's bowl predictions. There's how cool is Terry Babelis, and there's all that good stuff. What did you have in... did you talk about what Masbooth had in the notes?
I think so.
And he said... Was there another game that he refed and told us to talk about?
Oh yeah.
There was Jeff gave us some notes. There was also
I don't know if I could say it on there, but you could probably say it.
okay, it's a good point. But there was before the game against Tropic Thunder, I believe Kevin was saying that someone couldn't play defense, and Jeff and Kevin kind of went at it.
Say what?
Being friendly because there was a player that wasn't allowed to play defense because someone was running late, and then Jeff asked Kevin if that person could play defense, and Kevin said no, and it was bad karma, and they ended up losing.
So he didn't let
You
him
don't
play
have to try and solve all the world's problems. I'm just telling you something that Jeff said, and that's it.
Okay, but can you explain it again?
One person was allowed not to play, and Kevin said no.
So they played with 5 players.
I'm not sure. I don't think so. Thanks, Jeff. So it can be simpler that way.
Yeah, these are the points said. That one and that one.
Okay. So yeah. So neither of those will stay on air. Okay, let's go ball predictions.
What's yours?
You gonna throw me division or?
Go with Division 5. I'll give you the game. Or I'll just show you.
No. I'm gonna go Div 5.
Okay.
Okay. Titans will win this week.
Okay. Playing those Politos. That's not that bold.
That is correct. That's why I'm gonna finish my statement by putting up 60 plus points.
Okay, that's very bold.
They call me Mr. Bold.
What division do you want me to do?
Titans will win this week by putting 60 plus points.
What do you want me to do?
Div 1.
Do you know if any of us got our bold predictions right from last week?
No, we usually don't get them.
Did we do any bold predictions last week?
Yeah, of course we did.
I'll go check them out.
I think I said Kevin won't wear a shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Or will wear a shirt, my bad.
What division do you want me to do?
1.
That's fun. Okay, so both D1 games are at the same time.
9:30 in the AM, eh?
Yep.
Better have your tea.
Right and early.
Poof.
You're not going to have coffee? You're going to have tea instead?
You meet me at Tim's. Can you buy the Tim's this week? No, for real. I'm tired of getting up early and meeting you there.
Well, then you're going to be late. So let's see now.
You sure like the new setup?
Yeah, don't you?
I'm debating. Folks, let us know. I'm kind of debating.
No one said anything so far.
That's just being too nice.
So let's see the 3 quarterbacks playing this game.
It's
Holy Trolls are going to show up with a full roster.
Okay, that's way too bold. First of all, second of all, you didn't update the picks, eh?
No, I forgot.
Okay,
I'll do it and post it in the MFL players.
I forgive.
Yeah.
So what was your? Okay, you have another bold prediction besides that? So Ross will show up because there's 2 games.
Yeah.
9:30 a.m. Are both at LeBear or Arthur?
Let me check.
LeBear.
Both at LeBear.
Yes. Nice.
Okay, so
We're trying to get the bold prediction done by this show.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
I don't know who I want to hit on though. That's the thing.
No, but everyone is a big boy or a big girl. We can handle it.
Okay, I got a good one.
Okay.
Dom will throw an interception on his first drive of the game,
Okay.
and then after that drive, he won't throw another incompletion.
Okay. So we're saying we're going to win 50-49. Basically what you're saying.
Why would I say you're going to win 50-49?
Well, it'll be high scoring because he's not going to throw another incompletion.
Yeah.
And I hope you pick us to win.
I'm probably not going to pick you guys to win.
Oh, it's new. That's bold.
Yeah.
That is bold. I like that one. Rematch of the semifinals.
Well, it's always a rematch of a playoff game when there's 4 teams in the division.
Touche, Babalisa. Touche. That's pretty good.
Is that it?
I think that's it. Was there notes and... I remember it was cool seeing the rain wear off this week. Because I know it's supposed to be raining, right? The first game was supposed to rain and it was kind of like cloudy and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it was nice to see... it was nice to see the fact that it didn't rain. I'm excited to see... Who's Tropic Thunder playing this week? I want to see something quickly before I ended the show.
They are playing against Mimosa Crew.
Yes, that's game of the week. Mimosa Crew, Tropic Thunder. Put me on that game if
you
you
seen it
can.
before?
Yeah.
Even if you're playing at that time?
I'm playing at that time?
If you are.
Switch times. 12:30. I'm not playing at 12:30. Put me on that game.
Why is it your game of the week?
Gut feeling. Somebody's got to trust that gut.
Because it's going to be high scoring? It's going to be...
Could finish 6-2. Could finish 62. You never know.
What information do you have?
My gut is usually right.
Okay. I'll mark that. Will's gut is usually right.
Man, I don't like to brag, but since you're asking. You're actually rating it.
Yeah.
Nice. And that's it.
Yeah.
Bit of a short show today. Taylor was running a little bit late, but it's all good.
What else I'm going to be?
yes, great show. See everybody there. And I wonder if Miss Evans is going to be coming on the field soon. Because it's not MFL without Miss Evans.
Yeah, she's going to definitely come down at some point, right?
I hope so.
Not to see John, but to see us.
Yeah, of course. John, you're related or something. Anyways, Brossard segment coming up during the week. Check it out. Matt Demir. Brossard started this week, so for those of you who want to check the stats. And yeah, that's it for this week, folks.
See you guys Saturday.
Be there, be square.